Good evening, Dandadan fans. It's Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. My Ibo, normally right there. Unfortunately, he had a family emergency come up, so this is going to be a solo dolo stream tonight. But that is good news because it will get me back into the swing of things so I can do One Piece. Probably this Saturday. I don't know, maybe Sunday. Who's to say? But we have Dandadan chapter 204 tonight. I am so excited. Last chapter, it was a bit of a swerve by Tatsu. Instead of the variant's confirmation, we found out about Enenra, who is the Smoke Yokai. What else? Chameleon just kind of ran off. Momo officially is a fairy to Vamola, unfortunately. So she is fully out of her memory. Yeah. But other than Enenra and his unique conversation with Seiko regarding a physical body, and could you break someone with a physical body by pushing them to their limits? Can you break their conviction? I think that is a great question to ask, and most people would give in to the pain. Now here's the question. If he's a yokai, can he feel pain? So my Ibo right there, again, acting as GG or Evil Eye, can he use the Spirit Soccer Ball in order to kick the Smoke Yokai? I think so. All right, and normally this would be a much longer intro. Unfortunately, like I said, Vante is not here today due to a family emergency, but I do see that we will continue on this streak of consecutive chapters for Tatsu. He is continuing with chapter 205 1 week from today. So if you like this stream, or if you like more so when there's two of us, just let me know either way. But if you could like this stream for us, we'd sincerely appreciate it. But with that being said, let's get into it. Chapter 204, and Enenra, the Smoke Yokai. Oh my god, Seiko's grabbing him by the ankles, but it's so timid, I guess? Alright, Evil Eye looks. Yeah! Seiko, what in the hell happened to you? Oh, that's right. She was going to exercise him. How'd you get beat by a loser like him? That's hilarious. Big, strong Seiko got her ass kicked. Evil Eye, I'll be having your power too. Oh, immediate kick to the face, maybe? Oh my god, body to the face. He threw a motherfucker at another motherfucker to disrupt his visage. Alright, Smoke Yokai looking down. He's gone. Ooh, saved her, at least momentarily. You're gonna be having my what? You're hilarious, bro. Alright, sets her down nice and easy. Need to stretch. Time to whoop some ass. Alright. Enenra bows again. Evil Eye winds up and punches through him. Alright, but then he gets drop kicked in the face. Full extension, by the way. This guy could be a gymnast. Elbow to the sternum. About to throw him. Suplex style. Alright, slams him down. Marble? Row. Ooh, punch to the sternum. Red marl. Marl menth. Marl gold. Marl gold. Oh, this is crazy. Gold. I think Tatsu just having fun with all these double spreads that are actually just different poses. And I love the diversity of his fighting styles. You can definitely see that there's different influences for the different fighting styles. Bursto! Pop my collar, because that was no big deal. So, this is an evil eye. Okay. Fool me once, Tatsu. Fool me twice. This is now the third time that you have specified an evil eye, as in there could be multiples. I like what I see from there. Hardly a warrior. Gah. Jeez, you're annoying. How come you keep going after my nugs? Is this the Nutsack Olympics or something? From now on, your name is Nug Lover. Cool? Nug Lover. The disrespect. Oh. I went back to the double spread of 10 and 11. He did elbow him directly into the groin. And then also an uppercut to the groin. Ugh. Alright, punches through him again. Your efforts are futile. No matter how impressive your physicality, you cannot inflict damage upon Smoke. Now accept your cheater. You're a dirty cheat, Nug Lover. And people who cheat are bad. Ah! If you would, please stop calling me Nug Lover. I am known as the Red Baron. Anyway, you have power, but I am stronger. Since you are weaker than me, please accept your defeat. Jeez, do you ever shut up? I'm telling you, I can beat this guy. Okay, fine. We can swap, but then you gotta swap back real quick. Gigi's out? How's it hanging? Gigi's in his house. Pew pew. Do you wish to perish? If you suffer my attacks in your flesh and blood state, you will die. And that would totes suck. But you gotta try everything you can. And I've been in my fair share of fights too. All of your attacks will be futile. Even the evil eye was no match for me. Kamehame swirl! It worked! Alright. A cool little inversion of what I expected this chapter to be, given the stream title. What's up, Zachary? Welcome to the stream. If you missed it earlier, Avante had a family emergency, so he will be not here today. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow for Chainsaw Man. I don't know about Kanye, but cigarette theme. Ooh, didn't pick up on that. Targets the lungs and the nuts, just like real life smoking. I thought you were gonna say because Seiko is known to smoke. That would also be a really cool. I would love to be a voice actor in some regards, Zachary. So an audio book, an audio drama, I appreciate. I try to be a little bit more, not rambunctious, but emotive when I'm by myself, especially. Just brings a little bit more to the passion because I'm the type of intellectual to where I need to take some time after reading something to really come up with a coherent thought. So I try to, oh, look at this shiny object over here, distract you from my shortcomings mentally. Oh, those are cigarette brands. What's up, Sharm? Interesting. Yeah, when he said menthe, I was like, what is he talking about? But I am surprised a little bit that Evil Eye didn't try to use the spirit soccer ball to defeat him. But this whole time, Evil Eye and Gigi have been communicating inside. So it makes me think that the one that set down Seiko was in fact Gigi, not Evil Eye. Even though Evil Eye is the one who is outwardly presenting on the bottom of page 5. Yeah, sorry, I'll lower the music. Oh man, that was loud the entire time, my bad. Yeah, it's not normally that loud. Again, since I'm by myself, I didn't do my normal checks as I would have previously. I mean, another great choreographed chapter. The story hasn't really moved forward a bunch in the last few chapters. So I don't really know what to talk about, really. I don't know if we'll get a cursed house team-up attack, Zachary. More so, I think we'll get a double spiral attack or a spirit soccer ball that is propelled by the GG Kamehameha spiral. Yeah, but good for GG, man. He's been talked about as a prodigy all this time, and for as much trouble as Seiko has gone through, albeit injured, and as much trouble as Evil Eye went through, albeit I don't think he was taking him seriously, GG kind of one-shot him. Or at least he got a actual attack and caused some damage. So his Conqueror's hockey, it's higher than everyone else, that's for sure. Do you think there's anything else that I should really talk about? I mean, kind of straightforward. This might be the shortest stream in the history of our channel, though. Capture the smoke. Okay. That's a good question, Sherm. I would think maybe it's the spirit soccer ball that is tied, and I guess by extension the house too, to the underwear. They're definitely connected, so if he's not using one, he likely can't use the other, would be my guess. Red Baron, World War I. That could also be a reference to Turbo Granny referring to Count Saint Germain as Hyper Geezer. Someone from World War I would be considered a geezer, in my opinion. Blast the globalists with the evil spirit. Oh, you're making me think, Zachary. God, I don't remember kind of like the ending of that. I mean, I got time. I can go back and look. I don't know what chapter that would be. Oh, okay. One more thing I did want to talk about. Looking at page 17. That is the first time that a student has laid eyes on a similar, albeit maybe not the same version of Count Saint Germain's face. That could be important because I don't believe GG was a part of the occult club. Do you guys remember if he was or not? I remember Okarun, Momo, Kinta, Rin, Ira. Was GG there? Please forgive me if I'm wrong. Normally Vante would correct me. His memory is much better than mine. Baron is lower than Count. Duke is above a Count. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go back. I honestly do not remember if Gigi was there. I remember Okaroon going around in his vampire form. That's why Rin said what she said. But let me go back. So I just went back to chapter 120, and I'm looking at the final page, or the second to last final page with Count Saint Germain. He has keys for earrings, as in, like, is that how he travels from planet to planet? Are those the keys to the transmission systems? You know what, Zachary? I love that my ear was able to hear that. I was almost certain that Chopper's VA was Gachiakuta. Yeah, it's not hidden at this point. Tatsu, I know what you are. I'll say it twice because Vante's not here. Tatsu, I know what you are. Like, you're not fooling anyone. Alright, so chapter 122, they're starting to form the club. No, it's Vamola, Kinta, Momo, Okaroon, and Rin. So Gigi was not present. And I'm pretty sure that was Hase at the bottom of page 8 for chapter 122. Are you a vampire? Oh, Rin. You're kind of projecting now, aren't you? God, that ombudsman is so creepy. What do you mean by a sneaky link, Zachary? Talking about like an Uno reverse card? A side chick? I'm even more confused now. I don't know. Some dirty laundry. See, the thing is, Seiko keeps getting physically beat up. I feel like there should be a purpose to that. It gets really boring to me when characters consistently get beat up for no reason. Now, it could be a situation like Fat Gum from My Hero, to which she absorbs all of the impact and then she can dish it out. It could be a Kuma situation, which, again, I talked about earlier how Tatsu is such a huge One Piece fan. And potentially he could, or she could, in this regard, take her pain and push it onto someone else. But I don't know. She seemed to be almost on death's door here with someone standing on top of her. Favorite season 2 episode? Probably 3, although I think I like 4 more than you like 4. I think you gave it a 9 out of 10. I think it's an easy 10 out of 10. But I just don't want Seiko to continue to fight. Now, one thing that Vontae and I were talking about off camera, either yesterday or the day before, everything kind of blurs together after a while, but we were saying, for example, Daiki is a afflicted member of a curse who is getting older. Count Saint Germain was specifically listed as a hyper geezer. Now, in addition to that, Seiko should be about, I don't know, maybe 80 years old is one estimation I heard. But what if there's a curse that makes you younger? So similar to a Benjamin Button type of situation. I could see that afflicting both Seiko. I could see it afflicting Count Saint Germain. I could see it afflicting maybe even Manjiro. Because Manjiro, 36. I don't know about that, guys. I think that was mainly for the jokes, but could there be something more behind it? Possibly. Maybe not like pretending to be a different age like Bonnie was doing, but more so the person is actually getting younger. So instead of growing older, they are growing younger every day. Could be that too, Sherm. Could be a Tsunade situation to where Seiko is trying to keep up appearances. Now, Vontae and I had a prolonged discussion as it relates to Chapter 1 or Chapter 2 or Chapter 3 Seiko. Does not look like the Seiko from the rest of the series. And I could easily see that Seiko being different, or at the very least, there being a physical change. So, like storing of energy, I guess, like Lady Tsunade, to where that Seiko tried to make herself look younger and has been keeping up this facade ever since. So if she's beat almost to death's door, like I think she is here with Enenra, potentially she could turn old, wrinkly, and a little bit wider, let's just say. So it's interesting you say that, Zachary. At first, my eyes got really interested in what could have been Okarune's dad. And then someone pointed out on Twitter that that could just be Shrimp Mantis in his human form. And it would make sense if Okarune, because visited his house, like in between, because we did see him go there for the translator situation with Vamola. And this is coming out, I want to say around volume 17 to 20, give or take. You don't think so? I don't know, man. That haircut looks pretty similar. We're still talking about that blue panel, right? I don't know. you guys would like to see that panel, I will go ahead and share a link in our Discord, for our Discord, I should say, and it is in there as far as I know. I don't think I sent that directly to either Vontae or Sherm, so I'll take a look at that really quickly. Oh, I did not share it in there. I'm gonna make a liar out of myself. Okay. I think I sent that to Vontae then. All right, please hold. Okay, it has now been posted in the Discord. I could see that being Shrimp Mantis, honestly. Like after a nice hard day's work on the farm, he treats Okarun to a meal. Again, something I can see. There could be a lot of information in the guidebook, the fan book, whatever you want to call it. It could also be more so information that a lot of, again, I'm making another reference to One Piece because I'm a broken record when I talk by myself on stream. It could be very much that he just wants to emulate an SBS situation like Oda does. In terms of next chapter, see, here's the thing. I don't think Momo is out of the woods yet. I think that she is still in danger of being forgotten, especially with what happened with Vomola and how she completely forgot who Momo was when she said there was a fairy on her head. I don't often say this because I want mangaka to write the story that they want to write. I will say, though, I think that Tatsu should have Momo disappear. I think that would be for the best for his story. Again, he's surprised me in more ways than one by going against what I personally thought he should be doing. So, we'll see. Either way. Momo confessing her love of Okarun to Gigi. So a response to a confession that maybe Gigi tries to have of Momo. Oh, okay, that's another good callback. Good catch. I'm gonna actually feature that for a sec. If this doesn't look too weird. Nope, that looks too weird. Sorry. I only got myself on the screen, otherwise it would work. No, but that's a great point, how Okarun confessed his love of Momo to Vomola. I like the chaotic nature of Gigi and Ira, but I also feel like they share the same brain cell, so maybe not. That might not be in the best interest of the both of them, even though emotionally I think it would check a lot of boxes. Is it just me, or like, is Gigi trying to go overboard in how he's talking this particular chapter? I know he's woo wild and free, but there's something about pages 17 and 18. It seems like he's almost adopting more so the personality of either Momo or Evil Eye, or some sort of fusion. His house, that was weird. Pew Pew, All right, that's Evil Eye. And then he said, totes suck. That would totes suck if I die. That's like a Momo thing to say. I don't know. I think, honestly, Meg the Stallion, because she is such a fan of anime, if you get some hands on nanotech, like, look out. That is the female equivalent of Kinta. And we already know Kinta's prowess and success with the nanotech. So, to answer that question, I will answer Meg the Stallion. All right, I don't really have too much else to say, guys. I'm not trying to waste all your time tonight if you've decided to watch with me live or if you're joining in the VOD. Again, I feel like my conversational skills kind of lack when I don't have someone here to bounce ideas off of and so on and so forth. But this was a fun chapter. The choreography, great. I'm curious why Enenra decided to go for the nut shots versus Evil Eye. I guess maybe it works against male opponents in the past, so he's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, okay, and Seiko got covered by Gigi's sweatshirt. I missed that in the first read-through, but yeah, great chapter. Vante should be back next week, so don't fret. I'm not sure if he'll do his own stream for this chapter, if he'll just read it off camera. He might just do 2 chapters next week. That would be fine. 1K video. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. So it's going to be, I would say, 2 or 3 different videos or streams. So one of them is going to be an analysis of the first Dandadan opening that we talked about a couple chapters ago. The second one is going to be more so of a hangout type of stream to where we just kind of shoot the breeze with everyone. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can even incorporate like a Q&A section into it if people just want to get to know us a little bit better. And then the third one likely will be some sort of montage. Now, I'm more so in charge of the longer video edits, but I also have fallen behind on our weekly schedule. So that one will probably be the last of the 3 to come out, but I'm still looking forward to it. I want to do like a best of type of compilation. You see these YouTube channels that do reactionary compilations of, like, say for example, your boy Roshi, or of various Haikyuu moments. So I'm thinking maybe I do like what's it called? It's like the 9 squares on the screen. Not Who's the Boss. Oh my god, why am I blinking? Like the Brady Bunch. So I have like 9 different ones of our videos all playing at the same time. And it could be, you know, for each series, we do a compilation video like that. I did not even think about that, Zachary. That's another great point. Okarun had Turbo Granny's power. But didn't he, like, not have his golden balls for a while? So I don't know if kicking someone with nothing there would actually do anything. For the season 2 question, I will answer that in a comment on your video that you left. I will leave a response to your comment on our video. There we go. That's English. All right, but any other final questions or points before I get out of here for the night? I do appreciate Zachary. I do appreciate you, Sherm. You might be listening in the background or just kind of soaking it all in, which is perfectly fine. But while I wait on that, I will say, please expect Gachiakuta Season 1, Episode 3 to be dropping sometime tomorrow, I hope. I'm going to try to get Season 3, Episode 3 of Squid Game up on Wednesday or Thursday. Friday will likely be Dandadan Episode 5. And then got some Fire Force next week. We'll finally be dropping that. Power boost for Vamola. I don't think so. I think she has to go up against maybe like a leader of the Cur type of situation. I don't feel like these two enemies are of the drastic nature that she would need to get a power boost. Yep, gotta do adulting, Sherm. All right, so want to thank you guys for watching my solo stream. Hello to the new viewer. I am so sorry, but this is the end of the stream for now. You can watch the VOD. It's not too long. It's only 36 minutes, which is pretty good. But as Vontae likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. We'll see you in the next video or stream, and peace.